What's up, Eric?
What's up? Not much. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good. Welcome everybody to the Contagion Effect. Because something I saw the other day about podcasts and all that, you know, the do's and don'ts. I do want to make sure everybody knows what our show's about, like right from the beginning, that we are about talking to our veterans and mental health, right? We got to make sure people know.
We do like to talk to our veterans.
We do.
We love veterans.
We love our veterans.
And we love to put their stories out there. I do get asked, what's it about? I'm like, well, okay, so basically it's like two dudes talking about veterans. We don't serve.
Two veterans.
Talking to the veterans that have served and giving them a platform to get their story out there when they're ready to tell the story.
Right.
Whatever they're into, we're down for.
Absolutely. Well,
jumping out of airplanes, 22 Mohawks. Congratulations. They pulled it off. They jumped out. They did their thing today.
Hey, maybe we'll get today's guest. We could talk him into jumping out of it.
Jumping out of an airplane.
Spread it all over the country. Remember, we're trying to. We got to get somebody 50, in every.
We got like 47 more states to go to get.
What's up, radio guy?
22 Mohawks, 22 people now jumping out of a perfectly good airplane.
I don't know why you want to do that. Unfortunately, like we said,
ridiculous.
Yeah, that whole gravity thing works.
That would be cool. I mean, if I was like 150 pounds lighter, I'd be down for it.
Well, we might float a little bit better.
You're gonna sink like a rock, Mike. What are you talking about?
To make fun of Shannon.
There you go.
He misses jumping out of airplanes. Well, I'm sure Shannon will enjoy that. Giving up who our guest might be today.
What's up, buddy? What's up, buddy?
So, how was your week, real quick?
It's fine. It was fine. It was good.
Yeah,
it was great.
Dude, good thing you went back to early hours because this week you're gonna
brutal, bro. I turned my air conditioner on before 9 o'clock. That's lunchtime.
Oh wow.
And that's damn hot. That's hot. Like the sun's just cresting over the hill.
Well, our guest is in Texas, right? And they've had some crazy heat, and we're about to come in.
Dude, they're like 90 right now.
Well, right now in some parts,
they're gonna wait till next week.
Yeah, they're gonna
when this all crushes. Oh my God, the heat out here in Texas is unbearable.
Wow,
it only happens here in Texas.
They're all gonna come here and smack you, you Californian.
Freaking.
At least we're from the
good part of California. Yeah, I think that's always funny. I have to grab the lid before the.
Oh, Eric's already bouncing out.
Security.
Hopefully, okay. So let's talk about it. Last week had a little technical difficulty.
We're good to go. Apparently, I got 3 screens over here. I'm here.
We did some testing this week, so we.
We're deep into this now.
Okay, good.
Thank you. Yeah, appreciate IT guy.
Yeah, IT
amongst others.
We'll see. All right. Well, I think we need to just jump in because
we need to because the last couple have been like hour 20.
Just knocking on the door and talking to our guests.
Hold on, we'll get to you.
Knocking on the door, getting into the green room.
Bruh.
Our guest was like already fun to talk to. Gonna be a great time. I know, radio guy. We're good. It was a computer that decided to have its own mind, and then it was.
I don't even think it's like a really fixable thing where we just kind of had to
unfortunately, that computer. When Eric decided to get a new computer, then we should be good.
Yeah.
All right, buddy.
Yeah.
Let's take a little journey with one of our other guests.
Let's go back in time.
who's actually friends with our guest today. And
that's how I kind of found. Well, I didn't find him, but this is how I knew. Like, dude, okay, this
came across this
legit.
guy too.
Yeah,
It's awesome. All right, let's take a little journey with Scotty.
Yeah, the times and places they may change, but one thing stays the same. The stories that they tell about going through hell. If you think they wouldn't do it all over again, well, you just don't know them. The memories that they own of the ones who didn't make it home. Yeah, sure do miss them, but they keep them all living in the stories that they tell.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
It's always beautiful. And what's awesome is the person we're about to talk to sounds just as amazing, man.
Twang in there.
Yeah, and what's funny is these guys are kind of turning me. I wasn't a huge country music fan.
Yeah.
I'm loving the music. I love the messages they got. Like,
I think it's
just-
about that. You know what I'm saying?
It's
Like I literally had it on replay all day long
mhm.
in my powerized industrial truck, co-sponsored by or
Let's
OSHA.
not worry about them.
OSHA. OSHA.
All right, you want to do the introduction today?
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, after the show, please go watch YouTube. Type in Shannon Book Music. Go check it out. Go to deliberatelybroken.com. Has all the information you want to know about our guests that we're having. Ladies and gentlemen, Shannon Book.
What up? What up?
I
Yeah,
love
like
it.
the true
Come
superstar.
in.
Look at that.
So let me just tell you,
Oh,
when you have to come out of the green room with your own drinks, it's just weird.
When you got to get out of the corner,
Man, we gotta
think
get
fresh.
liquid
Liquid
death.
Nobody
canned water.
puts Shannon in a corner except for everyone.
Hey, you got to
Well-
carry your own bottle. You got to carry your own canned water.
Yeah.
You never know.
Listen. I asked, my rider had green M&Ms, and you know what I got?
Yeah.
Skittles. It's weird.
Yeah. See,
Not even the green Skittles. too.
Marshawn-
No, I didn't even get green
Marshawn
Skittles.
got in
Just
there.
Skittles.
A Skittle that was found in the couch. Who knows?
He doesn't even know what color it is anymore.
I just, yeah.
Dude,
Well, thanks for
Oh,
having
that's
me on
great.
it, fellas.
Dude, welcome, man. Thanks for joining us. Totally.
Who was that
appreciate
dude
it.
that you guys were playing earlier?
Just some
Some
guy.
Yahoo.
Some guy we
Oh.
found.
Oh, I know
Yeah.
that guy.
Yeah.
Hold on. Wait, what's his name? Oh, like I call him Slowpoke. Like, he probably hates that. He hates that because it's not funny. I mean, it is, but it isn't. But like, dude, I love Scotty. Scotty's an amazing guy. He's
I watched a YouTube video from 2 weeks ago. You guys all in the RV, and there you turn the camera. I'm like, oh, there's Scotty, and then
oh, that was an interesting couple of days.
little singing, a little partying, a little
Little all kinds of stuff.
The mental health aspect of the.
I don't know. I don't know how much mental health there was. There was a lot of mental for sure.
There's just none of the health part. So
Like we tried to put some health in there. I mean, I'm a retired corpsman, so I've got to try to add a little health.
right,
But
right.
Keep telling yourself.
yeah, you're not wrong.
That-
You're not wrong. Hey,
Well,
Doc, watch this. Hold on, let me get my
Yeah.
med bag. I know I'm about to sew somebody.
So Mike's a good interviewer, and I'm like the jump
Why-
around
why
guy.
would
So what was your MO? So what was your MOS?
8404, aka Doc.
killing me.
Okay,
Doc.
I had to
Wait,
wait. What?
wait. Who's
He was no bullshitting. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
the doc
It was
back and everything.
8404 and 9502 were both my MOSs, and that was just a corpsman, a Fleet Marine Force corpsman, and an instructor.
An instructor.
Mhm.
Ah. All right. Well, since Eric like and don't mind
Just
security.
Literally,
Security might be barking because I got 2 Rottweilers, so they every once in a
brutal.
while, you know.
Listen, I feel like I just shocked you guys with my MOS.
yeah,
thing. Like, I don't
that
even
yeah.
know
Well,
what the hell just
honestly,
happened.
yeah.
Yeah, we
I don't-
went
Like, do you guys need a hug or something?
Yeah.
I'm always down for. I'm a hugger. Mike's
I
not. Mike
like
doesn't
hugging.
like.
not a hugger.
He doesn't like physical
Barring my
contact
family,
other than his
I'm not a
wife.
hugger.
Yeah, and
Like I like
and-
hugs with like you got to cup the butt. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
those are great.
Dude,
Those are,
and a slight
I would be
squeeze.
so
yeah.
squeeze
Just a
of the
little
lip.
tug
Yeah.
and a
Oh, for
lift and a
sure. Hey.
squeeze. Yeah.
It's all
You
Yeah,
guys
yeah.
would kill me. That would kill me. And he knowing that now, if we ever came, he'd
Oh,
probably
dude.
just-
When we
go
go
for
back,
it.
when we go back.
good
to-
thing I'm too
thanks.
fat to reach around.
Listen,
like
we
that.
ever get, I'm going to tell you right now, we ever get pictures, you're both going to be on both sides of me, and it's going to be kind of like this.
There you go.
Well, let's see. You may have to stretch your arm a little bit more.
Well, so that's funny because that could happen because we're trying to put together. We want to do like a veteran concert, raising
Yeah.
money for veterans, and we want to get all
Gary
veteran.
Sinise.
Yes,
That's like
Gary
my-
Sinise.
And tagging that fool
Did
in
you hear us?
everything.
By the way, since we're jumping all over the place, and this is already fun. Did you hear our
And
whole thing?
we haven't even broken out the cocaine yet.
No, not
No,
yet.
oh, this is gonna be fun.
Like, we're all still
That's
sober.
Dude, what the hell are you doing?
We're all
Comment is
still
what that
sober,
is.
man. What the hell?
Yes.
No, but did you hear us about like how Scotty should do something with 50 Cent? We need to collab with 50 Cent. Since when
He's tagging them all
19
the
shots.
time. Yeah.
Just call it 19 shots or something.
Oh.
Yeah. But that was fun.
Yeah.
All right, so let's digress.
Back to Shannon.
Let's
Back
go
to
back.
Shannon.
Where did Shannon? These are softball questions. So where did Shannon grow
Yeah,
up?
but
and how many
everybody's
kids
got to
you got?
know. Don't.
No, I know.
evaluate
How was
them.
your family? What did you guys do at Christmas time?
No. Where'd you grow up?
What's your
Seriously.
structure?
Can't believe you idiots. Oh, this
is not
show's
gonna be
good.
easy.
This is gonna be the longest show ever.
But we're quick. We're pretty quick. We can bust it together. Trust
That's
me.
what she
will-
said. But
We
anyway,
will
moving
pull out
on.
the Oscar music if you get out of control.
She may comment on that.
Yeah,
Agree with you.
I wish I could see the. Oh wait, I can see the comments.
You can't.
We
see the
got you.
comments.
Yeah, we'll scroll
Hold on,
in.
I
You're
got
in there
you. There
too.
we go. There we
You're
go.
in there
Oh,
too.
radio's in here, huh? Radio's
Yeah.
in here.
He
Are you-
loves to jump on.
I can't
Yeah.
with that. I can't with that, dude.
All
He's
right.
he's special. I like watching him.
He's window liquor special.
Yeah, I didn't say it. You did, but I'm not going to disagree. Wait, what'd you say? You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
He's not wrong.
Dude, I feel like I'm letting everybody down with just this crystal geyser now and not.
Yeah,
liquid.
nobody likes Crystal
We need
Geyser.
some-
You gotta
we
you
need
gotta
some
drink some-
canned
drink some
water.
real water.
Yeah, some
Yeah, get some
manly
that-
water. I need some manly water.
It literally has a skull on it, which looks basically like a waterfall.
But it's
not,
water.
it's not really.
It says
It's
mountain
supposed to be a
water.
waterfall. It's really not. It's just
No.
a skull.
I say we try to get sponsored by these fools.
Yeah.
Why,
Very
listen, why do you
tacky.
think I came on here with this can fool?
He's like flashing it all over. Liquid death.
I know how to do this.
We
I've
gotta-
been
we gotta
doing this for years.
We got to tag them all over. All right, so make sure you remove all the copyright claims.
Go
from
get
our
your
show.
mix lift. I will do this all day long. Listen,
Oh.
keep it up. Halfway through the interview, I'm gonna pull out a can of Copenhagen and be like, Copenhagen, it's what we choose.
Well, you got your microphone there. You can get the sponsored by shirt.
This is what I like to do. It makes me sound really pretty.
This microphone sounds so really good.
Hey,
Oh boy. Oh boy.
mango water.
And this one sounds so much better.
Better, and I like it.
Yeah, yeah.
The one guitar hanging on the back wall. I couldn't.
That one,
couldn't-
this
Yeah, I couldn't enlarge
one?
it to look. Yeah, what you got
So you
there?
got- it looks like
that is
yeah.
a Paul Reed Smith Brazilian 22.
Okay, I knew it was special.
Yes.
well, if they're hanging up.
Yeah.
Well,
got
I
it.
mean, I listen. I play guitar like a monkey, and they all get some love.
They all
Yeah.
get some love.
Yeah,
They
okay.
get some monkey love.
Listen, I'm gonna fix a disclaimer. Like,
Oh, boy.
I know that you hear me playing acoustically on a stool, and you
Yes.
you automatically assume that I'm a country artist.
No, you're
Oh.
not. I know that.
I said it because it goes,
Yeah.
but we just played like we were just listening to what was
Walking
the other song?
AC,
Yeah, walking.
Yeah,
AC.
walking acoustic. Yeah.
and
but-
then
The guy with the hip hop. in
oh,
it.
I hang on.
Oh, Soldier Hard.
Yeah, soldier. Yeah.
There you go.
That's pretty
we
old.
talked
That's
about
like
that
we did that a long time ago. That's been freaking.
Don't
That's
judge.
almost 10 years ago.
Yeah, don't judge, Joe. That's cool.
I mean, I judge all kinds of things.
Charlie
No
Mike
big
was
deal.
cool. I like the Charlie Mike.
Charlie Mike was cool, man. He
Yeah.
was cool.
Soldier Hard. That one was
You guys-
eight.
No, I know you're rock. I know you're.
Have you guys
more-
talked to Soldier Hard?
No, we would like to though. We'll talk off air about
Yeah.
that.
We can make that happen.
Because we would love him. I mean,
Yeah.
we
That's
were
more
watching
Mike's style is like the
Marine
rapper
Corps-
and
the Marine rapper.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, you're
really?
right.
He's
Yeah,
on-
that
he's on
guy's dope.
TikTok.
Yeah, we can. I mean, I'm sure we could get.
We just you
NCR on
know
here.
we love talking to our veterans that are starting, doing big things,
Getting
regardless-
outside of their comfort zone and doing some things
Absolutely.
that, yeah.
and
Well, that adrenaline rush we've talked before. You get that adrenaline. You go in, you get the adrenaline rush going in and not knowing, and then you're there. And you're like, oh crap, what's going
Yeah.
on? And then you're thrown into another. I hate to say exhilarating, but life altering, you know, all these adjectives that you can use, life or death situation, you know,
Right.
and all your hormones and everything's going on and your adrenaline's going out of every orifice of your body.
But you're not
And-
wrong. You're not wrong. And
Yeah.
all those things are happening all at one time.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And then when you're done serving and you come home and there's that, oh,
Lol.
what's next? Right.
Yeah.
And so, and that's the part where it either goes bad or good, you know, and so that's where we're trying to find those people. Last week with Olivia, you know, she went through a bunch of different
Navy as well.
a bunch
Navy
of different
as well.
things and just rock bottom, you know, went psychiatric ward type of stuff. And
No,
was-
none of us
yeah,
have ever
almost-
been to the psych ward. We just
yeah,
tell you
I mean,
that.
yeah,
Well,
but no, I
but
mean,
what's crazy is how they literally treated her, like they booted her for
Yeah.
it, and how they treated her and said, well, we can't deal with you, like her. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
she literally got told, this is your problem,
Yeah.
not ours.
see ya.
Yeah.
And then to see her rebound, right? And then
Oh,
now she's
right.
doing amazing and holding church functions and reach out groups, and
Yeah,
just
man.
the positivity of her is just awesome.
Spending a couple years living at the VA,
Homeless.
literally at the
Yeah.
VA, and then
Right.
bouncing all
Yeah.
over the country.
But no, but
Right, man.
that's our point, and that's our platform, and that's why I reached out to you, because I knew you had a story. You know,
Right.
and I knew, and just listening to some of the words and the lyrics, no man left behind. I mean, that I can picture, you know, I can see every word, and I have a vision of what that video would be just by listening to the lyrics.
Sure.
Well, and the
So-
same with Dear Mom and you know,
Oh
for the
yeah, all of
Silver
them. I mean,
Star.
that it's special when it's a veteran that can sing and carry a tune in the bucket. And
I mean, I know a guy. I don't know what you're talking about, but I know a guy.
yeah, no, and that's, I mean, that's, again, like I said, there is a trail that I've went down, and I've looked at different people, and I mean, dude, like I've seen Scott Book, he commented on some stuff, and they got together, and you know, that's when we had Scotty on, I knew you would
Well,
be
he
on.
talked about you.
Yeah, he
about
talked-
getting together with
absolutely.
you, and
Yeah.
you were a huge inspiration for him.
Yeah.
That well, listen, and I'll tell you that young man. Because he tells me that stuff too, and I'm like, dude, like, first of all, I don't know.
Yes. Yes.
He's a great young man. He is
Yeah.
a great young man, and it's weird. We have a really good friendship, and I don't know how to explain it. And it's very young, but like I don't know that it's ever gonna go anywhere other than where it's at. Like it's just gonna be it's like I'm pretty sure it's stuck in concrete.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
when you put rebar in concrete, the only thing really is gonna break it out of there is gonna be an IED.
Yeah.
So
That's and that's awesome. And it sounds like, you know, even from what Scotty said, like during the pandemic and him making his transition over into
Sure.
something like finding this passion, and you came up multiple times, like, dude, just getting to go do this with him, and then, you know, meeting these other people. And it's somebody that understands his story too, because he can go, yeah, you can take music, and everybody in the music world understands music, but do they understand the background? Like, do they understand what he went through?
yeah, no.
You know, and you're somebody that has because, you know, I know you were in Fallujah, right? Because you did 2 tours, and one was in Fallujah.
Yep.
So you've seen things that other, you know, people like us, we don't understand. We just
I just tell people I made ice cream, and they just kind of go, "Oh, well, you know, like, I guess they like ice cream, you know." I'm like, "Wow,
One place to go.
like, I'm pretty sure you should go somewhere and maybe suck your thumb or something." I don't know. Like, wow. Like, if you really took that, all I was trying to tell you is I'm not trying to tell you the whole story. Like, thank you for your service. Oh, you're welcome. All I did was make ice cream. Well, you know, they need ice cream too. Shut up.
That's funny, because even like Olivia talking about being in the postal, she was in the postal, and she was stationed in Sicily.
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't want to do postal. Like, that sounds stupid. And then she realized how hard of a job it actually was.
And then the ironic
listen,
part, and then
I hate working in the mailroom, even if it's not my MOS, like, it's a pain in the butt.
Yeah, that's what she said. And then she said, all in Sicily during Iraq and Afghanistan, any soldiers, anything that happened, their bodies came through there too. So then she had to deal with that.
Deceit affairs, man. True story.
So it's you think, oh, you worked in the post office for the military. Oh, no big deal. Oh no, it's not.
What'd you do? Carry, like, did you have to put labels on stickers on stamps, and stamps on things? No, I just mailed bodies home. It's cool.
Yeah, no, that's
all
right. We do have to get a little bit of the story, right? We came out like a shotgun, and this is awesome.
I think I needed that though, because we've had so many interviews.
We go in line. No, and this is, Shannon's got that personality too, so it's we don't have to be stuck in a rut, but
so y'all
do need to learn where you came from and how you got there, right?
So
I mean, so we're gonna do this anyway.
Exactly.
So I'm originally from a little town called Hazel Patch, Kentucky, but I just tell everybody I'm from London, Kentucky, and then when they go, where's that? And I'm like, it's on the 75 corridor just below Lexington. So
and then they go, oh,
they're like, oh, Lexington, that's where all the horses are, huh? Yeah. And then they're like, oh, you people in Kentucky are real sweethearts. Yeah, well, you're not obviously any smarter than we are, because the way you're talking to me makes me feel superior to you right now.
I love it. So
when I moved to California, man, it was weird because I had this here accent when I moved to California. I went out there and I was like, hey man, let's go out here to this beach and get on the surfboard and surf a little while.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Yeah,
dude, I love surfing. I haven't been surfing in a while. But
California did you live in?
Oceanside and San Diego.
Oh, okay.
Dude, I started surfing on Mission Beach. That's where I started.
All right.
Blacks Beach, Mission, La Jolla, like all that stuff.
We're like
Torrey Pines, all that crap.
Yeah, we're like 7 hours north.
Torrey Pines.
Yeah. Listen, don't get all bent out of shape because I can find some good surf down south. Fool. We may or may not have used to go to Rosarito all the time on the freaking weekend, man.
I'm sure you did.
Yeah. And we never got a hotel. We just slept on the beach. We may or may not have frequented the hotel bar, but whatever.
Rosarito.
Anyway,
margarita girl, come on now.
the tequila poppers.
Copy.
Those things are horrible.
So, you went to school. Did you have you didn't have a high school in your town, right? Or did you?
No. Yeah. Well, in my little hole in the wall. No.
Right.
Hazel Patch was Hazel Green Hazel Green Elementary, and Hazel Green Elementary fed into Laurel County Middle School, and then that split into North and South as we got older, and then that fit into Laurel County High, which split into North and South my senior year. And yeah, so I graduated high school from North Laurel
County High School.
Yeah, North Laurel County High School.
So what made you decide to join the service? Did you join right out of high school, or did you go sometime?
I actually did the delayed entry program. So okay. I actually signed paperwork the year prior going, oh yeah, absolutely. You got me. I tried to join the Marine Corps. Listen, and I'm going to tell you, every Marine's going to be like, oh, sure you did. No, I really did. And I would have rocked the dog shit out of it. Anyway, sorry. So I walked in the Marine Corps recruiting office, and I did the ASVAB screener, and I did the PFT screener. I was a football player. I was, I'm fairly intelligent when I want to be.
Yeah.
Which is very rare. I prefer not to be intelligent. It's easier that way. And so I took the ASVAB and I did a lot of stuff, and they're like, all right, we got another depth. We're good.
We'll get on over, sign that down.
Yeah, we're gonna get on over here. So Gunny, I go back to the all right, we're gonna start working on putting your package together. And I couldn't tell you what this gunny's name is. He was just sitting there in his Charlie's with his feet up on his desk. He'd be like, "All right, boy." He'd drink his coffee, and he'd finish it, and he'd set his coffee cup down, and he'd pop open his Copenhagen.
Because that's what he liked to get to calm down.
That's what you do. And he'd get a fat lipper, and he'd just kind of, and he'd put it in, and he'd spit in his coffee cup. And I was like, I want to do that. I want to be as cool as this dude is. And anyway, so he's like, so what do you want to do? Let's pick an MOS. What do you want to do? You want to be a sniper? You want to be a rifleman? You want to be a police officer? And I'm like, no, I want to be a doctor. He just was like,
You're like, what the?
He said, what?
You sure you don't want to be like a sniper? Reconnaissance guy, maybe a machine gunner, something cool. I'm like, no, I won't do medicine. He's like, he picks up his coffee cup, spits in his coffee cup, sets it back down gingerly, might I add.
Yeah.
You could, at this point, you could tell that this gunnery sergeant is not happy.
Yeah.
He's like,
damn doctor.
Yeah. I don't know if I can use explicitives, but I'm going to try not to.
You can.
Sure.
Right. Yeah. So he's like, fucking kid, like whatever. So he sets his coffee cup down and he goes, get up, boy. And we walk across the hallway. And he takes me into the Navy recruiting office, and he looks at this boiler tech, this second-class boiler tech, and he goes, hey, Boats, make this kid a Fleet Marine Force corpsman. And the boiler tech was like, okay, cool, awesome. Got my number. Gunny Sergeant was like, motherfucker. So that's where it started. And
wow, so the Marines just walked you right over to the
basically
Navy.
said, yeah,
because I was not gonna. So what had happened is the year prior to that, I had an accident, and I had cut my toes off with a lawnmower. It is what it is. It's Kentucky. We do things the hard way. So I slipped.
Whoa. You cannot just say,
just cut
I'm
my
not
toes
mowing the
off.
back 40, cut my toes off.
I mean, sure I can.
Yeah.
Sure I can. This is my interview.
Yeah. Shit. So obviously you weren't wearing shoes. No,
I was wearing Nike cross trainers. I really was. I literally
got your whole foot under there.
Oh boy.
Wow.
27:43. That's the clip that we're using. Oh yeah, swoosh, and I cut my toes off.
So
just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it. I'm gonna need you to go cut the grass. Just do it.
It's half the logo.
So anyway, all right. So I'll tell you the story. So I got home from 2-a-day practice. It was, it's mid-August. It's hot. It's a long night. Well, it's a long day. So the day, plays on into shut your mouth, radio. I can't with you. Anyway, I don't need my toes to count like you do. So moving on, so it, 2-day practice is over. It's, and my dad, I've got like 15 minutes of mowing on my grandfather's hill, and the hill, I don't know, I couldn't really tell you. It's like about 3 acres of property, and part of it is almost like a 30 to 40 degree grade. Right. So it's a pretty relatively steep hill. You're going to get a silver bullet. You keep talking. So the very bottom of it is almost done. And it's kind of like the most angled. And it's late in the afternoon. The sun's dropping. So the dew is starting to fall. right? And the lawnmower that I have is not necessarily up to safety code. It has an engine, it has a frame, it has wheels, it has a handle and a blade. And that's about it. There's no foot protection. There's no there was no stickers on it. Do not put your hands under here, blah 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 blah, none of that stuff. So like this lawnmower was probably circuit 1982. Anyway, and I had just rebuilt the motor. So I'm walking down the side of this hill, and I literally get halfway down the hill, and I, football, like I'm exhausted, I'm tired. The dew's on the grass, and I literally slip right behind the lawnmower, and it's like, So the blade hit my foot 3 times. It cut 2 toes off the first time, hit my large toe and split it in half. And the third time it came around, it was warped enough to where it lodged in the top of my foot. And then it broke the crankshaft, the crankshaft.
Damn.
So at that point, I pick up I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Like what? I don't like, and all I felt was like the top of my shoe kind of got hit. I didn't feel anything. I was like, all I felt was literally kind of like, if you can just kind of imagine.
Yeah. All of a sudden.
Like, and this is literally what happened. I just backed up. I pushed the lawnmower off of me, and I looked down, and I'm reading the bottom of the cross trainer, and then it starts to fill with blood. And I'm like,
that ain't right.
So then I look to where the grass comes out, and there happens to be 2.5 toes in the grass. This is where it gets really awesome because back then we had, remember Jams? You guys remember Jams?
Yeah.
I had on Jam shorts. And they were red Jams with louver sunglasses all over them.
I have the picture right now.
Yeah. And cross trainers and no t-shirt, right? And I've got this mullet, then like it's totally like circa 1990, I don't know, 1989, 1990, whatever. It's like 92 something. Anyway, 92. So I see my toes, and I reach down, and I had pockets in my Jams, and I put my toes in my pocket.
What are you doing?
Because I already know what's coming. Like I want to be a doctor. I've been thinking about being a doctor for a long time. Like I just didn't know how to get there. Well, I got motivated really well. So I grabbed my toes and I put them in my pocket. Remember watching Rescue 911 with William Shatner?
Oh yeah.
Like that's where I learned all this stupid shit.
Great education.
Yeah. William Shatner is a boss. Anyway. So I put my toes in my freaking pocket, and I pick up this lawnmower. And at this point, I'm pretty explicitly pissed. And I'm like, because football season's just getting ready to start. We haven't even played our first game yet. We're still in the first part of freaking 2 days. And so I just pick up the lawnmower, and I'm like, fuck you. And I toss it down the rest of the hill.
Beats him home.
Yeah. So then I walk back up the hill, and my grandpa comes out of the house, and he goes, "What the hell did I just hear you yelling?" And I'm like, "Don't worry about it. I promise you, there's worse shit going on right now."
Yeah, than what I said.
Yeah. He goes, "What are you talking about?" I go, "Well, I said I cut my toes off." He goes, "You're shitting me." I go, "Does that look like I'm shitting you?" He goes, "Oh God, what do I gotta do? What do we need to do?" I'm like, "I need you to go get a bucket of ice and a very large, thick towel, And we used to have that freaking. We had, like, I don't know about you guys, but we had that freaking redwood slat and aluminum yard furniture.
Yeah.
You guys remember what I'm talking about? Not the straps. The
No,
redwood.
yeah.
The cedar slat, freaking, because it's so cool. It's cedar.
It
No
looks
bugs
so
will eat
nice.
that. No bugs will eat that shit. No, but the sun will eat it away. Anyway, so we're sitting there. He brings me out this bucket and he sets it down next to me, and he brings me this towel, and I pulled what's left of my shoe off my foot, and I wrap it with this massive towel because his Lincoln is in front of me, and I'm writing my name on the bumper with my foot. Right. And so he's like, oh, here's your ice. And he sets it down, and he sits it down just beyond his cup of coffee. Like, you can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. Like, this is legit. Promise. So I've got my this hand wrapped around with the towel, holding it, and I pull my toes out of this pocket, and I'm trying to do the whole into the ice bucket. And they happen to land, all three of them, in his coffee. So now I'm fishing my toes out of his coffee.
Folgers
in the ice. I don't know. Probably Maxwell House. I'm pretty sure he likes Maxwell House. I think he likes Maxwell House, which is twice as caffeinated. Anyway, I get it into the ice, and my mom comes over and she's like, "Oh my God, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? First of all, you're gonna calm down. We gotta go to the hospital, Grandpa. You're driving because she's not getting behind the wheel."
Yeah. You definitely were meant to be a doctor with how calmly you took all that.
Bro, like, I'm telling you, that was a rough day.
Well,
like, you wanted to hear that story. I wasn't about to waste it. But
no, that is an
it gets worse, but I'm just gonna leave it at that.
No, I think that was pretty good. So was that your senior year going into football, or your junior year?
That was my junior year, yeah.
Okay. So we're all about the same age.
Yeah.
So did you end up coming back to football?
Oh, dude, I was, and it was tough. It was painful. I literally started, like, my coach showed up. My coach showed up at the hospital. I was in the hospital for 2 weeks. I had a pretty extensive surgery. I had a very intense debridement. My trauma surgeon was an old German dude. And that's why I was like, I want to be a trauma surgeon. Dumb idea. Anyway, that's where I kind of decided that I wanted to be in medicine, because he taught me a lot of the things he was doing, and I thought it was really cool. Anyway, long story short, my coach comes in and he goes, here's you some dumbbells. If you need to work out you need to do some stuff, we got you. We need you to come back. We're ready for you to be a part of the game. Whatever. And I sat in the freaking hospital high as shit on morphine.
He just sitting there working. That's not broken.
No.
Toes?
Yeah. So when I finally got out of the hospital, I couldn't walk. I wasn't able to walk for probably 2-3 more weeks. And then after I got my approval after that to put weight on it, I was back on the football field.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
And it was painful, because you know how people love to step on their cleats, right?
Yeah.
And then I was a kicker too. I was a punter and a kicker.
No, of course he was. Why would he not be? Why would you not be?
Toes.
Because I'm a sucker. I'm a sucker for enjoyment.
Yeah.
Plant foot, kick foot.
The finer things in life.
Oh,
exactly.
Well, who was the kicker back in the 80s that had half a foot? It was I can't remember his name.
Oh man, yeah. I remember that though, because they had a special.
Was it Feynman?
That sounds familiar, but I don't remember. We'll have to. I
don't remember who it was, but anyway, that's kind of. I was like, well, screw you guys. I'm gonna go play football.
There you go. There you go. All right. So fast forward the foot issue and the toes. So you end up in the Navy. We already heard your MOS. Obviously you did Great Lakes, right?
Nope. Oh no,
No?
no. I did boot camp in San Diego.
Oh, you did?
Yep. RTC San Diego. Right. But I was part of the last company to graduate RTC San Diego.
Oh, okay. Okay. So that's wow.
Yeah.
All right.
They shut down Orlando and then San Diego right after I graduated.
Is that for a reason?
Because Bill Clinton.
Oh,
does that help?
Oh, yeah.
Does that help?
Oh, yeah. No, that reminds me. All right. So you went to San Diego, then where'd you because I know you did 2 tours and I know Fallujah was one.
Sure. Well, I mean, I went to San Diego. I went to school. I went to the schoolhouse in San Diego. I worked at the Naval Medical Center in San Diego in general surgery for about a year and some change. I went to Field Med at Camp Pendleton. Graduated Field Med and went straight to 29 Palms.
Oh, exciting!
Yeah,
the middle of the desert.
Oh yeah.
So you were a Navy corpsman, which means you actually were you were stationed with Marines. Is that why?
I did. Well, most of my career was with the Marines.
Okay.
I did 17 years and probably 15 of that was Marine Corps.
Wow.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. I mean, I really only did a couple, take away schools, and I did a 10-month ship's company on a frigate as a quartermaster for 10 months.
How was that?
So that's because I got out and I came back in. They wouldn't let me come back in as a corpsman. And I told them, eat a dick. And so I did what they told me to do, and then I cross-rated anyway. So.
Well, and so how is it on the frigate? Because I have a 17-year-old who, I mean, Air Force is number 1 choice, but Navy's offering him a signing bonus right now if he signs here early.
I'll tell you, I had a great time on the frigate. The crazy part about being on a small ship is, I don't think the Navy has frigates anymore, but we still have cruisers and destroyers.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if they do drug interdiction anymore or not, but I'm pretty sure they still do JADF like drug interdictions. But we put Coast Guard on board, and then we go out and float around and pick up all kinds of goodies, like 11.7 metric tons of pure cocaine.
Sounds like you're talking from experience.
I don't know what you're talking about. Yes, I am.
So you did a little bit of everything, basically, is what you're saying.
Yeah. And nice. Then, so from there, like I said, I did that. And then I had to go back to Corps school, which was ridiculous. And then I finally went to Great Lakes. The best part about Great Lakes is probably Waukegan.
Yeah.
Which is not Chicago.
Right.
And then from there, I went to Panama City, Florida, to dive school. And then 9/11 happened, and I left dive school and went right back to 1st Marine Division in Camp Pendleton.
Wow. Oh, wow. And then traveled the world from there, huh?
Yeah, I got some vacation spots in like Allen Bar Province and Tikrit and Qasar. Like, they're really great places.
Good ice cream spots, huh?
Yeah. You get ice cream there all the time.
Hell good Rocky Road.
There's not a lot of Rocky Road because mostly sandy.
Yeah,
but yeah, there's yeah.
That's what we had a Marine on here, and I remember he's a friend of my oldest son's, and when he came back from Afghanistan, he's like, nobody warns you about the sand. He's all, no. When you're going there's sand. He's all, but it's not like go to the beach and get some sand on you kind of thing.
No.
you literally never get away from it, sand.
No. Yeah. Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, I still have a sea bag out there. It's probably got 40 pounds of sand in it, and I've dumped it 65 times.
Yeah. That's what he said. He said it's absolutely.
And I'm pretty sure my colon is lined with sand.
With sand.
Every bite you take of your food, it doesn't matter if the sand's blowing or not. There's going to be.
Yeah.
It's like you're brushing your teeth while you eat.
Yeah, you're literally sanding your insides. Who needs toothpaste?
What are you doing? I'm brushing my teeth with my meatloaf.
Don't let it.
All right, so you did
Don't let it be. I got that. I caught you, fool. I caught you, fool.
Slide that in.
He thought he would be like.
So 17 years. You did 17 years, huh?
Yep, I did 17 years. Most people only talk about their combat deployments nowadays. I mean, I did plenty of, let me say this. I want to preface this. Everybody talks about bring our troops home, bring our troops home, bring our troops home. I don't know if people realize this or not, but our troops are always deployed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're always somewhere.
They've always been deployed since World War I. Just saying, it's a deterrent because that keeps people away from home. So, when people are like, "Oh, bring all our troops home," listen, the only time I'll tell you when we bring all our troops home is when we tell everybody else they can go get their national debt somewhere else. Bring all our troops home and block the borders and tell them to come get it.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's just my opinion.
Yeah, that's strong opinion.
I'm some weird freaking Republican dork. I'm not really the Republican. I'm an independent, but I mean, I still like my guns.
Yeah.
And I like my freedom, and I love my Constitution.
So do we. Yeah. So do we. All right. 17 years. What was the story coming out now? What made you the decision? What was the decision to say, all right, enough's enough? Or
so originally I was when I came back from Fallujah, I wanted to get out. Well, actually, when I came back from Al-Nazariya, I wanted to get out and go to college and get my nursing degree, and be a CRNA. And push drugs in a clinical setting and probably take them myself, I guess, whatever. But, that didn't work out. When I came back from Al-Nazariya and from Iraq during OIF-1, I transferred from my combat battalion that I went to war with to the regiment. And I was like, I'm going to go to the regiment, and I'm going to start using my tuition assistance, and I'm just going to go to school. And they're like, cool, man, have a good time. And I get over there, and I'm like the leading petty officer of the regimental aid station. And they're like, oh, hey, by the way, the whole regiment is going to Fallujah. I'm like, no, bro. Like, I just transferred. Sorry, bro.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. You're going to Fallujah in 4 months. We had just gotten home too, man. We had just gotten home. 4 months later, promise, we were riding in trucks from Kuwait all the way up to Fallujah to own it.
Damn.
True story.
Damn. And you're doing this all in the middle of everything with Saddam at that time, wasn't it?
Oh yeah.
So that's crazy.
Uday and Hussein, all them cats were all still very, very active people.
Right. Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah. So
you get through Fallujah, and then finally now we get to make the decision.
Oh yeah. No, so I leave Fallujah early because I am close to EASing, end of active duty service. And I'm like, okay, well, fine. Since you wouldn't let me do it then, I'm just gonna get out and go to college, get my nursing degree, and go get my CRNA license, and tell you guys to eat a pound of bulk. So I get back early because I'm at end of service, and I leave my guys behind, which was not a very good feeling. And I get back and they send me up to division to work at division training. And somebody asked me, well, hey, listen, man, you sure you want to get out? Because I feel like you should probably just go teach people how to do what you've done twice in a combat zone. And I'm like, motherfucker.
Got me again.
He's like, you've got a 96 to think about it. And if not, we'll, and I'm probably like 2 weeks from being a civilian at this point, a college student. And he's like, just go home and think about it. Well, I did. I drank a lot. I got a DUI. And I was not. I agreed with him. That may or may not have been the first time I ever considered taking my life.
Oh, wow.
Because I didn't want to go back and deal with that anymore.
Yeah.
I'd seen enough. And I just wanted to go to school.
Yeah, 17 years.
On I mean, this has been your passion since before you went in there. Like,
well, and to be honest with you, I literally just and to be honest with you, I always wanted to be a Navy chief, and I always wanted to have my own battalion aid station, and all those things were important to me.
Mm-hmm.
But after I'd seen 2 tours of horrendous combat, like we're not, I'll be honest with you, Al-Nazariya and Fallujah were probably 2 of the roughest battles.
Well, in our world, Iraq. That's all we heard about, right? Yeah. I mean, in our media world, that's all we were being Fallujah.
Right. Al-Nazariya and Fallujah, the invasion, like that's where Jessica Lynch was taken out, right?
Yeah.
She was taken out in Al-Nazariya, and my battalion, the Delta Force, never fired a shot. You know why? Because they were beating the piss out of us. So,
yeah.
But I don't know. So Al-Nazariya was rough. Fallujah in 2004 was hell. God bless the guys went back over in 2007. We'd already made it a college town at that point. Like if they had listen, I'll be honest with you. Like I hate to say this out loud and on camera, but kiss my ass anyway. Like we were drinking on freaking FOB, like whatever, like fuck, we were fucked up people.
Well, I mean,
we'd seen some horrible stuff, man.
That's what I was going to get to. First off, we got to remember the age of some of these guys.
Yeah.
Second off, we got to remember what they're actually dealing with. You bring that into the real world, we're gonna drink. We're gonna do things to cope.
Yeah.
So it's and that's why we talk about this, is because you guys seen some things, which is why we have the mental health issues we have with our veterans, and people just don't understand it.
Yeah.
So I was just like, all right, well, it's whatever, man. When we can get it, we can get it. We can't. Like I remember there was a really rough night, and I may or may not have had a buddy of mine send me a bottle of Aquafina water with duct tape on the lid. I'm pretty sure it was Grey Goose because I asked for it. And I may or may not have sat on the stoop drinking Grey Goose by myself with nothing but a bottle.
Damn.
So, I mean, I'm 38 at this point. I've been around for a little while, and I've done some things, and I've seen and done some things, So, but yeah, it was Fallujah sucked, man.
Yeah, that's
Yeah. And being older, I mean, did you have guys come up to you and be like, "Hey, man,
how do you deal?
like, how do you cope with this?" And you're like, "I'll pull up a seat and I'll share my
Have a
bottle with
drink.
you." Or
Have
Yeah,
a drink
yeah,
of my
like-
water.
like, how did that come about? Like, did you have those talks with people?
No,
did you have
dude,
somebody
listen,
that-
I'll be honest with you. Like like we all just kind of swallowed it.
yeah,
That's what Olivia said. You don't.
yeah. Well,
nobody
that's what I was
talks.
getting at. There wasn't that support when you're going in. You don't go in with buddies and stuff like that. Like your buddies
Yeah.
become your group of guys.
No, that it is, but the crappy part about it is that we you don't need to talk about in those situations. You don't need to talk about what's got you down because you don't need to talk about being down. You gotta actively. I had to actively improve my mental status on the daily.
Yeah.
Like it got to a point where like it's hot, it's miserable. Like at one point we were sitting down by the Euphrates River and it was 115 degrees. And I don't know if you understand what 115 degrees next to a river feels like, but it's hard to breathe.
That's gross.
It's like breathing through a wet sock.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
It's
And the
miserable.
Euphrates probably isn't very clean.
Well, I mean, regardless, the water in the air
was
just heavy.
Yeah.
And then you have the sand, and then I mean, it's just everything.
You're
So,
miserable all the time. You're always miserable. So you just kind of have to find those moments that I had to find those moments that kept me as cheery as possible.
Right.
Yeah.
So
And
let's
sometimes-
get to those times.
Yeah.
We need,
Well,
we need
so
to
I
get
brought
to
a guitar.
Okay, so you were
I
already
shipped a guitar over. I bought a $50 pawn shop guitar. I put a setup on it. And I painted that son of a bitch, and I took it over. And when it was a good day and nobody died, I played music around a freaking Chem light fire. I kid you not, Chem light fire.
That's awesome.
We'd put like 7 to 10 chem lights together in a freaking circle, and we'd just sit around the chem light and I'd just play music. It'd be just quiet.
Did you learn how to play before you went over? I mean, have you all?
Yeah, I
have you
mean,
always
I've been
played?
playing. I started out playing saxophone in 5th grade.
I played the fiddle in
I think
6th grade.
all my boys,
Nice.
like all my kids, was saxophone in 5th grade. When
Yeah.
they get in that first band class, and
Listen,
they
that's the sexiest instrument. I don't give a
Dude,
shit what anybody
I
says.
told Cam that. I'm like, dude, you got to keep this going.
well, my 22-year-old actually played it into high school, and then our band teacher had been around like 40 years left,
Yeah.
and she was
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, he got, as a freshman in high
Sax
school,
rocked. He did good.
he got
Listen.
to do a solo, and it was amazing.
Yeah.
Yes, listen, the saxophone sounds like sex. I don't care who.
Yeah.
It does. It actually does.
It just
That's like-
sounds like sex.
Kenny G's the real deal.
That dude's gay as AIDS, but anyway,
Yeah, but he's the real deal with the
you're
sax.
not wrong. You're not wrong.
He'd do
I'm not.
whatever he
Listen,
wants.
I'm not judging. Like I
No,
like I love Kenny G. Kenny G. Listen, if you think I didn't play along with Kenny G, you were way wrong.
Oh,
But my grandpa tried to get me to learn how to play. He gave me a Boots Randolph cassette.
Mm.
And he goes, if you can learn to play Boots Randolph's greatest hits front and back, he goes, I'll buy you your first saxophone. I'll be damned. I worked on it a lot.
that's awesome. So
So-
when'd you pick up the guitar?
Probably about mid high school. Yeah.
Mid high school.
About mid high school. I had, I'd always do all this. Like I sang. I always sang. My dad used to yell at me in the back of the car, man, shut up, can't hear the radio.
Not that.
And I'd be back in the back of you did start the fire. And like whatever. So, but my dad was like, boy, shut up. Be like, we did start the shut up. We did start the fire. Fucking Billy Joel back in the freaking back of the seat, but like he would tell me to be quiet and I would just be like, so I started singing and I started doing this stuff. And then I was like, my cousins always played guitar and played the drums. And I was like, I need to learn how to play guitar because I need an accompanying music for my voice.
course.
Well, I may or may not have picked one of the hardest acoustic songs to learn first hand, and I had to borrow. I used to borrow my buddy's Alvarez like for like a week at a time. Like, because I grew up in a small trailer. I grew up in a 64 foot single wide trailer on the side of a holler. You guys know what a holler is?
Holler.
It's a holler.
It sits yonder.
Yeah, it sits over yonder.
It's over
The
yonder.
holler, right next to that saddle where all that other stuff is.
Randy Travis talks about a holler.
Well, because a holler is literally like if you were to look at a map, you have saddles, you have depressions, you have ridge lines, you have fingers, you have all those things. So a holler is kind of like the area between a finger and like a finger and a ridge line. When you sit up on the side of a finger, that's a holler.
The webbing, right?
Yeah, it's the webbing of the fingers.
The webbing.
Yeah, that's a holler. So, but yeah, I don't even know where we were going with that.
Playing guitar. You were learning the hardest acoustic song.
Yeah, like so I grew up in a single wide trailer. We didn't have any money. We didn't have a lot of money. Like my dad was starting his own business, and like we were always in the red, and like we had to farm our own food and kill our own food. Like that's what we did. Shut your mouth, stupid phone. Anyway,
damn, it's like 10 o'clock, 9. Oh, it's only 9.
Yeah. You guys are so special. Anyway, but so that's what it was. So when I wanted to learn how to play guitar, I borrowed my buddy's acoustic guitar.
Nice.
And I still this day like think back and I'm like, why? What was I thinking? I chose More Than Words because it was such a panty dropper. Right?
Everyone's got an angle.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Music is an angle. It's just an angle, period. Yeah. But I chose More Than Words, and it took me a whole year to learn how to play it, and I still can't play it and sing it at the same time.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Nuno Bittencourt, I hate you. Because you're a badass guitar player. I love playing that song, but I still can't sing and play at the same time.
Like,
somebody can play it, I can sing it. Or if somebody can sing it, I can play it. But I can't do both.
Not both. Yeah. All right, well, you got to concentrate.
Facts.
So you get out of the military. Did you end up going to school? Because I
did. I started to go to I started to go to medical school. I literally started the 8-year plus 4-year journey.
Yeah, 30. Were you 38 at this point?
Yeah. Damn. But I had a doctor friend of mine. He's like, dude. He goes, what? Why are you doing that? He goes, you've already done the job. All you need is a piece of paper that says you can do it legally. He said, you already got the knowledge. He said, why don't you just go to PA school?
Yeah.
So I changed my MOS listen at me. I changed my freaking I changed my major, and I started working toward, a biology degree, and, started working towards PA school. And then, college and I I don't know. I struggle with college and how people that teach college feel that you are supposed to learn.
Right. Yeah.
I'm not very easily indoctrinated.
Well, and my thing was I didn't go when it was free. Why would I pay to go?
Right. Like not only that, I earned it.
Yeah.
I earned my college rights.
Right.
Like, I have $40,000 to go to college because 17 years of my life were put on the line.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and you can sit here and go, well, you signed a document, blah, 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 blah.
No,
Let's pray
you
for
were owed
everybody.
it.
Yeah.
You were owed it. No, we are very strong believers in making sure all our veterans are getting what's due to them.
Right.
Did you buy a house with your VA loan? Did you go to school, get that? make sure you
Absolutely.
get everything you're due. So
everything that you were promised, man.
right. So PA school didn't
so
work out.
well, no, well, I got tired of like 17-year-old kids in the back talking about finger banging Susie on Saturday night when I'm trying to sit and focus because I have PTSD and I've got a traumatic brain injury and I'm trying to focus because I want to get good grades because PA school is not easy to get into.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, it's a very selective school. I dare say it's almost more selective than freaking medical school. So, you know, like I stand up in the middle of my English class and I'm like, hey, kid, can you please be quiet and stop talking about what you're talking about? And the professor gets up and she's like, Mr. Book, we don't talk to people like that in my classroom.
Oh.
I'm like, ma'am, could you please ask this young man to politely be quiet? Well, I'm like, listen, if you can't hear him, I've been blown up twice. I can hear him. If you can't hear him, you're full of shit. Because he's distracting the hell out of me. And I just want to focus and learn. And, you know, we're talking about prepositions. Can you help him with one? So, like, she's like, well, we don't talk to people like that in my classroom. So I was like, okay, cool. At this point, I'm just going to get up and I'm gonna just get my shit and go. You know, I'm like, this is like my sophomore year.
Yeah.
It's like English 2 or something. I don't know, whatever it is. Something words, grammar, something things.
107.
Yeah, something. English kiss my whatever. Best part about the whole class was freaking doing an excerpt on Machiavelli. Qualities of the Prince. I'm cool with it. But you know, I went to school to learn.
Right.
They were there to indoctrinate people.
Right.
Like you know, sociology.
Oh, that probably didn't go well.
It's not a science. Sorry. You don't like that? You can kiss my butt. Right here. Anyway, so I left that school. I left Camp Lejeune. I started doing prereqs online for a little while and moving towards my bachelor's in science biology. And then I started thinking about doing clinicals because PA school requires some pretty auspicious and horrendous clinicals, you know, peds rotations, burns, trauma, stuff like that. And I wasn't ready to revisit that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just wasn't. So I was like, you know what? Screw it. And I just started playing music. Yeah. I just started playing music. And I was already playing music, but I made it my business at that point.
Right.
Yeah.
So were you doing what, little clubs or?
I mean, we played all over freaking so I played, I'll be honest with you. I used to play coffee shops in freaking San Diego. I remember playing at a place called Chillers with what's his name of freaking Sublime before Sublime was even big on Mission Beach, on the boulevard of Mission Beach.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
Yeah. Dude, there was all kinds of shit going on. Like I was playing, but I mean, I wasn't really great. I was trying. I was working it. I was sitting in coffee houses in freaking El Cajon, like jamming out, playing in freaking Palomar Mountain, you know, coffee shops and shit like that. Like, you know, I bought my first guitar for like $300 and then I don't know, my ex-wife broke it and something. I don't remember. Whore. Anyway, I digress. Moving on. But I've been doing music for I've never really stopped doing music. Well, I just decided to make my career music after I retired.
Okay. And so by this time, what, you're 40?
Probably
About
about
wow.
40 something. Yeah.
So career, career military guy trying to go become, get in the medical field, which he was already in.
Yeah.
Obviously, what our schools do, unfortunately. So now we move over to music, and I know you've been doing it a while because YouTube, I mean, we're finding things 10, 12 years old.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
you've been doing it a little bit, right?
Yeah.
So,
Oh yeah.
and as of right now, you're part of a group.
Deliberately broken.
Broken.
Another water.
I feel like you should have another
tape on it.
I feel like you should either have another Crystal Falls water.
Yeah. Crystal Geyser. There you go.
Crystal Geyser. That's what it is in California. I forgot it's Crystal Geyser. It's not Crystal
Geyser.
Falls.
Is it Crystal Falls there? Dude, I want to find Liquid Death. Just for a water brand, what a great
awesome.
marketing. That's awesome.
It literally says drinking water from the Alps.
That's what I saw. Mountain water.
Bam.
Nice. And it's probably from down the street, the creek down the street.
I'm pretty
over
sure
the holler.
I'm pretty pretty sure it's from like the Port of Houston. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Port of Houston. So funny story. We are actually in a town called Houston, but it's Hughson.
Yeah, because
we always have to go.
Guys in California fucks everything up.
Oh, come on. Not this part.
Hugs.
You guys live in Hugston.
We live in Hugston. Yeah.
Hugston.
We're if you've eaten an almond, it's probably from here.
That's Mike's. He says that every time.
Every time. Well, it's
you eat an almond.
It's almond from here. It's
got that almond.
Because they knocked the hell out of them.
If you've ever had a pecan, you probably ate that from here.
Well, talking about music, that's what we want to get to. Some better times, right?
Yeah.
And we want to share a couple of Shannon's songs for everybody. So Shannon, if you don't mind, so Not Alone. I know it's a few years old, right?
Yep. And I released it in 2018. Yeah.
Okay. And do we have your permission to play this song, Shannon?
You have my explicit permission.
Thank you.
Before you play it, I would like to preface this that every dime that is made from stream, purchase, rotation, whatever, every dime goes to an organization of my choosing that actively and effectively fights suicide. I'll never put a dime of that money in my pocket.
Awesome.
Beautiful. Thank you for that.
Awesome.
That's awesome. And speaking of that, we just had a couple weeks ago, I don't know if you've heard about 22 Mohawks. We talked about them at the beginning, but they're an organization that's specifically what they're fighting against. I'd like to take a look at them. I heard about them. I've done a little look at them, but I'd like to do it. Yeah. No, go check them out. Check them out. I mean, we'll send you
the info.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
No, 22 Mohawks. They were good people. They like we said, they jumped out of a plane the other day, and we said we want to work it out to where we could get every state, like somebody from every state, jumping out of the plane at the same time. That'd be kind of cool. Yeah.
Hell
yeah. That'd be pretty sick.
Don't you threaten me with a good time.
No, that'd be,
I might be too fat. I might be too fat to jump now. I'm a little heavy.
That's what we said. Gravity works a little too well with us.
Yeah. Like 120 happens a lot faster when you're better.
Yeah. Did you jump out at all before during your military time?
It was never military. I jumped.
Okay.
I jumped civilianly.
Okay. So
I love being in the air though.
Do you?
I'm an adrenaline idiot. It's crazy. It's stupid.
Well, no, it's not. That's cool. Like I know that would be one thing. I'd probably be one of those people that have a heart attack on the way down or something.
Nah, you'll hit fast enough that it'll start up again.
You're bouncing right.
There you go. So what's Not Alone about?
Alone is a song about it's a song that just tells everybody that you don't have to fight your demons alone. You don't have to put up with what's going on in your world by yourself. I we were like, I was in a band called Vetted, and we were out selling suicide prevention. And like at one point, the song just woke me up after a hangover at like 5 o'clock in the morning. And I'm pretty sure that it was just God telling me that I need to write it.
Damn.
And I did. And that's what it is. It's just me. So there's 3 people in the song. If you just listen to there's 4 people total.
Mhm.
There's the one person that's struggling,
Mhm.
and 3 people talking to him. It's kind of like listening to A Christmas Carol,
Yeah.
a little different reference.
Okay. Now, do you write both the music and the lyrics for everything?
Yes.
Okay, that's awesome.
My buddy John Moyer and Omar Vallejo here in Austin helped me produce Not Alone. John Moyer, you may or may not have heard a band he's in. It's called Disturbed. It's weird.
Yeah.
He's a weirdo.
Hey, but he's helping you, right?
He's a creep. Just kidding. He's an awesome guy.
All right, we're gonna listen to Not Alone by Shannon Book.
Get it?
Thanks for letting us play it.
Yes, sir.
He sits on his bed with his gun in his hand. He thinks his life is over, he can't understand. A bottle of whiskey and some pills in the drawer. He doesn't wanna hurt himself or hurt anymore. Why must it be this way? Just think it all over and listen to the words I say. You are not alone. There are so many people who fight with their demons each day. 'Cause you are not alone. So take my hand, brother, let's beat this together today. You're not alone. She picks up the clothes that fall loose on the floor. She finds a crumpled letter just behind the door. Begins to read it with tears in her eyes. A horrible feeling takes over inside. Says, honey, can I talk to you? There has to be something that we can do. You are not alone. There are so many people who fight with their demons each day. 'Cause you are not alone. So take my hand, baby, let's beat this together today. You're not alone. Ooh, you're not alone. 'Cause you are not alone. With his gun in his hand, he puts it away, 'cause now he understands.
Man, that song's amazing.
Well, I appreciate that, man.
Thank you for that. That's amazing, because I think that's a message, regardless of being in the service or not. You know what? I was bummed because I got to tell you a story about the last time we played some music. You all right? All right. You hit a chord over there with my partner.
Let's hold on. Let's just take a few seconds here, because that's what this song's about. That's what this song's about. And I can tell you that I've never written a song I've never lived. And what I want to do right here, right now, is I want to be here for Eric, because that's what this is all about for me.
Right.
My music is about that. My heart is about that.
Want me to go grab some paper towel?
Good.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right.
We're good. I listened to the excuse me. I listened to
You're all right.
I'm like,
you're all
my
right.
nuts will fall at some point.
You're good.
Nobody here
I
judging me,
listened-
brother.
I listened to the whole playlist, but I was doing stuff, right? So I didn't get a chance to really listen to the words, and you explaining it, having the 4 different people in the song. You hear the beginning, then you hear the end. And my dad, about 4 years ago, he couldn't handle it anymore, and so he killed himself. So that's why we do this. This is my therapy. This is the stuff that we go through. So I appreciate that song. But we're good. We're good. And
no, we don't say that. Remember the men's health thing? Oh,
yeah.
I'm all right.
No,
Listen, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you. I know you're good. I know you're good. But I'm going to tell you. You don't need to swallow that in front of me.
Right.
You don't need to swallow that in front of Mike.
Yeah.
You don't need to swallow that in front of your people. That's what your platform is.
Yeah.
So own it.
It is. And like I said before, I never went to therapy. I never dealt with it. We had 20.
This is it.
Yeah. Well, when we had 22 Mohawks on, they had our picture for us, and I didn't even get emotional. I didn't like. I was emotional when I first got it
set in.
But yeah, right.
But you just kept staring at it.
Yeah. And then, like I said, listening to that song, if you listen to the words, the beginning, he's sitting there on the bed. Same thing that my dad was. He's sitting on the bed, and at the end of the song, he's still sitting on the bed with the gun, but he puts it away, and then there's that the part where I'm like, what did I miss? Right? Like, what did I miss with Tom?
Stop it.
Right? Yeah. Like, what did I miss? I mean, even though they were in Arizona, what did I miss? There's something that I missed.
You didn't miss anything.
So
you didn't miss anything. So let me ask you, since you heard it all, can you think you can tell me the 3 people that were in that?
It was him, himself, and himself. It was him and himself.
Right. But there were 3 people. There were 3 people talking to him.
Right.
The first one was his friend.
Yeah.
The second one was his wife. Who do you think the third one was?
God.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's, like I said, those are the parts where you sit back and listen and really get into that song. That may be something that we add to this show on a one more copyright infringement.
Yeah. I mean,
like, are you
serious? I'm looking at like, man.
But hey,
well, we'll work on. You have my
yeah.
explicit permission to use the song, and we'll work on getting you guys licensed to use it.
And I think when we are talking to some of these people, like 22 Mohawks, that would have been a beautiful song for them to hear.
For sure.
And that's why we love Scotty's music and Scotty's
Who?
song.
Who? Wait, hey, hold on.
Wait. There's somebody at the door.
Hold on.
Somebody at the door. Come on in.
No, kiss my butt. My dude. What's up, bro?
Man.
Dude, that's awesome to be able
That's
to do
my
that.
Copenhagen brother right there.
So I got to tell you a story. So when we played Scotty's music, what's great is we still see you guys all on camera. Now, Scotty, Shannon disappeared.
Yeah.
He pulled himself off camera, so we couldn't see him. So I didn't get to see, So while Scotty was on camera, he's just
he's
passionate about the music.
Man.
Dude, I
Now,
love that song.
Scotty, you got busted again.
That's okay.
Because
I'm cool with it.
he was just passionate about your music too, just singing away. So it was awesome to see, and and then going through with Eric and seeing what Scotty's doing, and then we just we love you guys.
It's funny. I actually have to tell you a little story here. So me and Shannon, first time we ever met was in Nashville. We were doing a writers round at the listening room. First time we ever met. I knew of him through some friends and stuff like that. And I knew of his music, and Not Alone was one of my favorite songs. And so when I first met him and we played this writers round, I was singing harmonies on the other side of the writers round while he was singing that song.
Oh, wow.
And it was like, what the hell?
So I was like, I'm singing. I'm like,
this guy.
It was awesome. It was great, man. Like,
It was awesome.
and I don't know if you were privy to the previous conversation, but I just told him, I was like, I don't know. Scotty and I have a friendship that's pretty young, but I don't know that it's going to go anywhere because
this is forever, dude.
We're like, it's like putting rebar in concrete, like kiss my ass.
Absolutely.
Hey, Scotty, sorry about the 7 messages and the 3 freaking.
I was like, man, this dude just wants. All right, I'll jump on. Why not? Right.
I didn't know if you knew who we had on, and I'm like, well, it's because of you. He's on, right? So I'm like, well, crap, man. That would be kind of
I knew Shannon
nice
was on,
topper.
but I was with the kids. We had some other stuff going on. And
I do. Yeah, I do apologize.
I was like, all right, I'm getting on. All right.
Dude, I'm glad you're here. That's awesome. That was a hell of a surprise. That was really awesome.
Good. That's what we're here for.
Hey, if it makes you feel any better, Shannon, I was surprised.
Yeah.
All of a sudden I see Scotty pop up. I'm like,
Mike had,
and then Eric's like this, and then a minute later, 10 seconds later, he
I was
he's
jazzed.
the guy we just saw, and I'm like,
I was jazzed because I'm like, you got
and
it.
Then a minute later, I'm like, dude, is he that upset that Scotty?
cool.
And then he shared his story.
Let's be honest.
I was confused.
Let's be honest. I don't get to play with the cool toys over on the other side of the studio, right?
Yeah.
So I just learned the invite button and like the banners and like some other little things. So I'm like, ooh, an invite. Let me see if I can kick myself off the show real quick and see if I can send this shit.
Nice.
So yeah, so no, I appreciate you guys. Again, I always say thank you for your service, man. Without the stories and without being able to tell the stories, we don't want them to go away.
No,
and it helps everyone. Like, it just helps to talk about things, right? And that is another song that's in my queue. It's in my playlist. It's something that I will listen to multiple times. And if there's anything we can ever do for you guys, please let us know.
Well, and we are serious. We would love. I mean, we're trying. It's just with the times and everything else, but we want to do a veterans event and have it, have only veteran bands, and you guys are at the top of our list because it's
well, I know some people that possibly can help, and I may or may not be able to help you put that together. So you guys have my phone number. It's not like it's hard.
I mean, me and Shannon have done stuff before like that, and we're about to do something else like that at the end of the month. So,
well, you guys went up to Minnesota a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
You guys traveled to Minnesota.
Yeah, that was the RV video.
Yeah. And that was a trip, and I was all going through. I'm like, hey, wait a minute.
I realizing like Shannon's like doing this interview with his phone. He's like, hey, so where are we going? And he's like, to the gig. And you kind of go back like you mother. Are you serious? So, man of many words.
Tim was like, the gig. And I'm like, Tim, come on, bro. Like, really? Really?
And then the guy sitting next to Scotty, you're like, hey, what do we do? He's like, yeah, like he said, the gig.
Yeah.
Oh no, I wasn't on the RV, thank God, because I would have been Jesus.
Well, you were on something. What was?
No, you were on that was the one I was doing when we were on our way to the venue.
Oh, okay, yeah. God, I remember Tim, the gig. Like,
the gig.
We're going to the gig, and then Chris did the same thing. We're going to the gig.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous. But yeah,
meanwhile,
Me and Shannon, we're about to do a thing out in Boise together again.
Yep.
When?
Damn.
What's the date?
The end of this month, I believe, right? Shannon?
October 1st.
Yep.
Oh, dude, I got a week of vacation. Being that
I
you're
mean,
retired,
You're moving your
I
vacation.
well, no, I can't move the 8th. I have one the 17th through the 25th, but
I mean, I don't know. I heard the weather's pretty good out there. Maybe we'll have to come out
Yeah.
there.
And there's
Yeah,
a lot
well,
of
no,
farmers out there and
in
farmers,
2 days-
farmers' daughters.
Hey, there is a lot of farmers stuff. In 2 days, it's about to be 113. So I don't
Okay,
know that.
maybe not. Just don't
give
break
it a
us out
bit.
too
Not,
Give it a
just
bit.
not next week. All right, not
Yeah,
next week.
perfect.
Just give it a bit.
But yeah, the weather can be pretty well in our area. We get all the 90s to 100s. You go out to the coast, like where Shannon, was hanging out before. It's always
Bruh.
70s,
Like
and
70s, 80s.
all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a son that lives in Irvine, so he's 70s.
Nobody likes
and
a
80s.
bragger.
I know,
Oh,
right?
I didn't. I wasn't bragging.
Hey, but apparently he's gonna be he's applying for an assistant
Yeah, for a
brewmaster with
brewmaster job,
golden
He's a-
rod.
and he's a chemical engineering grad. So.
We already talked about that bad pornography.
We did.
Hey, thank you guys. We appreciate you guys coming on. I know it's late
Yeah,
over
man.
back east.
Yeah, and I wanted to play
Texas.
another song, but man, we'll be holding you hostage all night. What we're gonna do?
I'm
gonna
in no
play,
hurry, but Scotty's got to get back to his kiddos.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure. Thanks,
Scotty.
Scott. Appreciate you for
Hey,
coming
man, I
on. here.
appreciate you guys bringing me on.
Yeah,
Love you,
that was
man. I'll
awesome.
see you in October, fool.
Love you, brother. I'll
We
see you
got to
then.
figure out that copyright stuff, so we stop getting copyright hits every show.
I'll talk to that fool. We'll see if we can't get that square to get you guys licensed for all our music.
There you go.
Absolutely.
There you go.
Thanks,
We'd
Scotty.
appreciate
Appreciate
it.
it.
Man,
Hey,
we love you.
absolutely. Thank
We
you,
love
guys.
you for that.
All
Be
right.
good, fool.
See you,
Night.
brother.
Thanks.
All right, see you guys.
Bye.
That was awesome. Thanks,
That was
guys.
cool.
That was
cool.
That was a hell of a surprise.
I wasn't going to tell Mike, and then I
No,
was like,
you
"Well,
didn't tell
I
me.
sent it earlier, and I was trying to say, hey man, we're gonna have a we got live tonight.
Well, you
Wanna
said it'd
come
be
on?"
cool if we got Scotty.
Yeah, and I was like, well, shoot, and then I figured I saw the invite button. I'm like, well, let's just see who we can invite at Scotty Hastings Music.
On.
Yeah, man. That's awesome.
Well,
He's a
if
great
you
dude.
want, I mean,
Yeah.
if you're cool with it, let's go ahead and play Dear Mom. Do you want to? I read about this, obviously on YouTube.
Okay.
So this is another one that kind of means a lot to us because we've had some parents on the show of veterans who lost their son. And,
Why don't you tell me what you read and what you
it was
believe the songs
about the Silver Star moms, right?
Gold Star. Yeah.
Gold Star, sorry,
Gold
Gold
Star
Star.
mothers. Yeah.
Sorry, Silver Star's active duty, right?
Right. Well, Gold Star's active duty, and then there's a Gold Star. There's Gold Star combat and Gold Star like training.
Oh, okay.
And then so Gold Star is the death of a family member.
That's-
Silver
that's
Star is wounded,
Okay.
and Blue Star is deployed.
Active. Yeah, there you go. All right.
Yeah.
Sorry. But yeah, I remember I don't know why Silver kept popping in my head, but yeah, it was about
It's okay.
Gold Star
It's all
moms.
good. It's all
About
good.
Gold Star moms.
Yes. So I was asked in about 2013. I was asked by a friend of mine, Rachel Jackson, if I could write a song for Gold Star mothers, and I was like, "What the fuck do you say to a mother who lost her child to combat? Like, what do you say to a mother who lost her child? Period."
Right.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Well," she goes, "You got 8 months," and I was like, "Oh, okay." Like, because I can write a song in like 10 minutes, like, and that's what that's what Billy Gibbons calls lightning in a bottle. But I was driving down freaking Gum Branch in Camp Lejeune in Jacksonville, North Carolina, and I stopped at a stoplight. I was going to visit some girl I was dating at the time, and I had just cleaned out my Jeep, and I had nothing in it but a Sharpie, and I was sitting at a stoplight, and the first verse popped into my head, and I was like, "Oh, okay." I didn't have a notepad. I normally keep a notepad and a pen or whatever, but I didn't have anything. So I wrote the first verse of the song on my thigh, and it's tattooed.
Oh,
Holy crap.
oh, snap.
That's dope.
That is,
Yeah.
I talk about a story of
Yeah.
the song. That is amazing.
Yeah. So the first verse is tattooed on my thigh.
That's
That is
awesome.
cool. Well,
Right,
we don't
right.
get much better on telling a story about a song.
Yeah, right.
Than that. So let's jump into Dear Mom.
Yep.
By Shannon Book.
So, without further ado, here's Dear Mom. Hope you enjoy.
Dear Mom, I had a few minutes to write down what's etching inside my mind. It's been too long since we have talked about nothing at all. Wish I could call and know you're lost. Please don't you worry. There's no need to hurry, just stay strong. It won't be long before we're together, right here in heaven. I miss you, Mom. Dear Mom, please believe I've done everything I needed to. Dear Mom, I'll be there when you breathe and while you're sleeping. Dear Mom, know you are hurting, feeling the burden of me not there. You're way too strong to give up on living instead of still giving the love in your heart. Know it's hard, but never forget things that I did and the reasons why. You are my mom, so please keep on living, sharing and giving. I miss you, Mom. Dear Mom, please believe I've done everything I've needed to. Dear Mom, I'll be there when you breathe and while you're sleeping. I can't believe I'm saying these words to you, but believe what I'm saying. You made me the man that I am. Yeah. Dear Mom, please believe I've done everything I've needed to. Dear Mom, be there when you breathe and while you're sleeping. I love you, Mom.
Awesome.
Man. Can I just say I would take that any day over some fancy music video.
Yeah.
Like that just was the essence of that song too, you know, just having the way
Raw
you did
energy.
it, just raw,
Yeah.
just completely raw. I mean, you're in a guitar store.
Yeah, I was in a Guitar Center here in freaking Austin. I also happen to have a fat lipper of cocaine, or not cocaine, Copenhagen in my mouth. Cocaine or Copenhagen, whichever. I had a big old fat mouthful of Copenhagen, and like my buddy was like, "We should do a preview of what you're going to play tonight," and I was like, "Okay, fine." So we did an impromptu little do-ya right there in freaking Guitar Center, and
hey, I mean, obviously, you know, all the sound could be a little bit better, whatever, but I think it just man, it was, that's what when I started going through and I listened to, I was like, wow, this is what I want to play. So hopefully he's okay with it.
No, yeah, that's totally cool, man. That's why it's there.
Was that just literally one take?
That was just one take. Yeah, that was just right there. Like, okay, let's go. Blah blah blah. All right, fine.
Yeah,
Amazing. Man, you're another guest.
Yeah, I know.
We would hold you
Go to the 3
hours,
hours, right? Yeah.
Go and go. Because I think you have, I mean, first off, you're a pretty good storyteller.
Yeah.
So
I appreciate that, man.
And you have some stories to tell. And I wish we did have a lot. I mean, we could do it. We could do a Shannon book too.
We could do a Shannon book
and
too.
just talk about the music more.
Part two. Yeah,
you
that would
want
be
to,
cool.
because I don't think we got to, you know, just even scratch the surface.
Well, it was a couple buddies sitting around the holler, sipping on
some Mountain Dew, not the soda.
What's that? It was Mountain Dew,
not the soda.
Not the soda.
No, hell no.
Hey, so that does remind us. We have an old school question that we like asking everybody when you're chilling out, relax. And do you have a guess?
No.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I absolutely do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're out. Where did we all of a sudden get?
All of a sudden got the echo
out of nowhere.
It's all good.
You're sitting back, chilling, relaxing. What's your go-to drink?
Well, my go-to drink now is pretty much water.
Liquid Death, brought to you by
Liquid Death or Monster. I've been sober for almost 2 years. October 12th,
nice.
2 years of sobriety.
And the drink doesn't have to be a drink.
Yeah,
I mean,
no,
it could
no,
be
no.
Yeah, I see. We've had.
But I will tell you that being from Kentucky, I am a bourbon snob. So
okay,
like my favorite alcohol drink would probably be bourbon neat.
Okay, nice.
What was your guess, Eric?
It was gonna be sweet tea
He
tea
said,
with sugar.
Literally everybody from the South is.
I love sweet tea. I'm a sweet tea fool.
Yeah, but the first time I did it, I said, "Oh, it's probably tea with sugar."
Yeah,
and Mike goes, "Sweet tea." I go, "No, the tea with sugar." Oh yeah,
sweet tea. We call it sweet tea down here. You guys just call it tea because it's
no.
Sugar.
I'm a sweet tea. If I could drink sweet tea all the time, I would. I'm a sweet tea.
Love
tea.
I love man.
So I would be good with
Might
that.
put a couple gallons out the next couple days.
There you go. Little sun tea never hurt nobody.
Yeah.
Well, Shannon, man.
Scotty said he'd take a Bud Light.
Of course he will.
We both hit it.
Yeah.
You keep hitting it. There you go. See, that's what happens. Eric said he doesn't have all the controls. He's got some of them.
Yeah, I just don't get because I'll screw it up.
He doesn't have the audio. Wait till he finds out.
No, I don't.
I didn't hit record on the podcast machine, which is all right because we
can just download this and put it in the podcast.
Yeah, I can put it in audio. So I started looking. I'm like, oh my god, I didn't do it because it's actually easier to do it on here because then all I do is move the file straight over.
Yeah.
Instead, I have to go pull the audio out of this and do all that. But
right.
No big deal. I can still make it happen. So.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, Shannon, man, that was absolutely just awesome. I mean. Yeah. I didn't expect the toes, you know.
right.
That's great.
You know,
I mean, not for you, but that was a great
that
story.
was a great story. I mean, just couldn't tell it any. I mean, it's like you said, it's something out of a movie. Like you couldn't think somebody lived through that. So
you can't make that shit up.
Nope. No, you can't. So, man, we appreciate you.
Yeah,
you know, we appreciate your service, serving ice cream and all.
Yep. Good ice cream, man.
We appreciate your music and giving back. So we are gonna I'll definitely repost both songs just because I want everybody to go hit your YouTube, give you a little bit, some little cha-chings, hopefully a little bit more.
I'm a big social media sharer too, so
yeah,
I'll take some music and some pictures. I think I did on my Instagram reel. I put up.
Yeah, you can use all that stuff on reels and all that garbage. I have
we'll
all
get
that
out
stuff out there.
Yeah,
perfect.
I always share where Scotty's playing and all that good stuff.
Yep.
So we definitely support, man. We love it. Thank you for coming on.
We're all grateful. I promise you that.
Oh well, I mean, it's two guys that have fought for our country, doing some great things. So we appreciate that.
Ice cream.
I know. Well, Scotty had a rough day, and you make ice cream. So
facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
It's all good. It's all good. Oh, if you don't follow Shannon Book, you're wrong.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hey, if you don't follow Scotty Hastings, you're wrong.
Exactly. Scotty's doing a good job paying attention to them kids, huh?
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is.
He's got the phone in hand going, yeah, kids, keep going.
Yeah.
All right, Shannon. Well, man, we so appreciate you. You have a good night. We definitely, if you want to hang out in the green room with, that one Skittle.
Yeah, like the one that's stuck to the bottom of the table.
Yeah. We gotta play our commercials so we can stay on the air a little bit longer.
Sorry, every time I laugh, we have one sponsor. We have one sponsor.
We got our one.
She's getting a hell of a deal, man.
She is.
For what she pays, she getting a hell of a deal.
all these subscribers we got, man.
102, bro.
Yeah, hey,
you got one doing today. Just so
I know I saw it, so we appreciate it.
Is as organic as it gets.
Yeah, that's what we. When we started as a podcast, and we're like, dude, let's go. We have such beautiful faces. Let's go YouTube live.
Dude, I gotta do it. Welcome to the Contagion Effect Show with your host.
He got all mad when I changed
I did get mad. I hurt my one feeling that I had, but hey,
it's all good. All right, sir. You have a wonderful evening. If you want to hang out, we can come back and talk to you. We're going to try to get out of here before it's midnight.
Right on.
All right.
Do your thing, man. I'll be here.
All righty. Again, you want to say it?
Dude, I mean, it's funner and funner every time. Funner. Yeah. No, this is what we do, right? I mean, we say it every week. This is what we do, and this is what we do it for. And getting these types of veterans is it's phenomenal, man.
Not alone, just beautiful songs.
Oh no, and like I said, I've listened to it probably 15, 20 times, just had it on loop.
But you finally got the chance.
And I got to listen to it.
Right.
And having the prelude, right? And then listening to it and hearing the words, it's like, I was about halfway through and I'm like, I kind of zoned out because I kind of had to. And I'm like, you know what? F it. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
none of us are
dope, dude. It's,
all right.
So
it was beautiful. Let's go to Tamara real quick and then come back and get out of here. Now for our sponsor, Tamara Pulido with the Finance Group, where they're creating a future where everyone has access to the loan and home they love. Whether you're a veteran, law enforcement, a first-time home buyer, you're up or downsizing, or even if you need to just refinance, our community deserves proficiency and expertise. Better rates, faster close. Welcome home. Tamara Pulido, NMLS 1655776. Again, that's Tamara Pulido, and her phone number is 209-204-3795. Dude, we're going to have to definitely get studio lighting back in here again because we don't know how to stay under the hour.
You're like bright light. I'm like dark in the corner.
I have the screen. You just have the little laptop screen. So I'm going to your light back. We're professionals. Damn it.
I love it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't change it. The only thing I would change is the day that we're going to be podcasting now.
I think we're going to,
right? We already got one rescheduled. I'm waiting on a little comebacker. We're going to be rescheduled. We may have to do a double.
Yeah. We'll figure
next week, whatever day. That's all. It's all good. We're here for you people. Yep. We're here for you.
Yep.
We always put them in the corner.
Putting baby
I'm holding my boobs, but
put them away. All right, Eric.
Deuces,
buddy.